Welcome back to Studio Chatter. Tonight is the first time that Angie is an official host of the program. Let's take a few minutes and get to know her better.
I hate this. I love to be on here, but I hate when it's like focused on me. Yeah, hate it. But okay, let me be an open book for a minute. What do you want to ask me?
Okay, your go-to perfume.
Right now, in my purse, I have some Juicy.
Okay.
Viva la Juicy.
But that's not the one you wear all the time?
Well, I don't know. I kind of change around a little bit. But there was one that my friend gave me. Is it J something from Nordstrom? And you can mix them together. I don't know. She mixed it, and it was phenomenal, so I got to figure out what it was. Because that's what I was wearing before. Okay.
Okay. Lip color.
Right now, I'm doing a Kim Kardashian glow.
How would you even know this?
Because my daughter Mallory researches all this stuff, and she found out the lip liner, the nude lipstick, and the gloss that she wears for her nude lip. So I'm not wearing the nude lipstick, but the gloss and the liner that she wears.
Well, it looks nice.
What's in that mug?
Diet Coke.
Okay.
It's my drink of choice, for real.
Diet Coke.
I try and drink water, but I love Diet Coke. Okay. I didn't grow up drinking soda, though, and when I met Rhett, his mother-in-law was a Diet Coke woman, and she gave me my first one when we were dating, and I hated it. And then I felt so bad because every time I come over, she'd offer me a Diet Coke, and then I just started drinking it.
So do you drink one every day?
Yeah.
You're one of
two
those?
or three.
Okay.
Yep.
Have you tried giving it up?
Yes. And I can, just to say that I could. And I did, but I don't want to.
I gave it up yesterday, and then I started back today.
Will you drink Diet Pepsi if that's the only choice?
Yes.
Okay.
I will, but I don't like it as much. But in the can, I do like Diet Pepsi.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, given a choice of restaurants, Italian or Mexican?
Mexican.
Okay.
Okay.
And I'm not too snobby about it. Like, but good chips and salsa kind of make it for me.
I agree
at a
on that.
Mexican restaurant. And a good Diet Coke. If they have Diet Pepsi, I'll lean towards one that has Diet Coke every time.
makes sense.
For
Yep,
sure.
it does. Yep.
What high school did you attend?
I went to Timpview. I grew up in Provo, and we moved down here. We found our first little house down here. It was affordable housing. But I told Rhett I will never allow my children to grow up here or to go to high school at Spanish Fork High. These were the Cowboys.
Right.
And
As we just did a whole
a
Cowboy
whole segment. I was adamant about it. And about 2 years into staying there, I'm like, I love this town. And we have now sold and built again and love it here.
What year was that, do you think?
95
Okay.
is when we moved here for the first time.
Wow.
Kinsey was a baby. Yep.
Okay.
Touche.
I know, right? Yeah, never say never, guys. Never.
Okay, so how many kids do you have now?
I count 5 because I have 3 that are my own and then 2 son-in-laws, but they're like mine. And then 2 grandbabies.
Okay.
Yep.
Last thing in your Amazon shopping cart.
You're good.
Oh, last thing in there was a megaphone for a young women's activity that I needed to buy.
Really?
I think so. And I have some Clearasil Dot acne patches. Because I still have adult acne once in a while. I found these little patches that at night you can wash your face and then put them on and they draw like the infection and bacteria out. They're the best price on Amazon. So yeah, that's in my cart right now.
And they work?
They do.
Okay.
And I haven't had a zip forever. And then of course last night I grow a big one. So
You were
whatever.
nervous.
Yeah,
You were
I was nervous.
Okay. Biggest pet peeve?
People who aren't real.
That's a good one.
Yep.
Do you read? Like enjoy reading a book, not read, but
Right. I do. And I don't read a lot because I get a little bit anxious to give myself downtime. And so I think reading is giving yourself a little down moment. But when I do, I dive in and I usually read it start to finish, like it within a couple days.
So, did you know that Studio Chatter has had a book club?
I'm aware of this only because I come on here and talk about what you're talking about during those segments.
So maybe...
But I'm in.
I was just going to say, maybe with the 3 of us,
Yes.
without Pete, our producer, listening. He's not listening right now, I'm sure. Do we keep having book club?
I don't know.
Are you game?
I was thinking about it because our neighbor has wrote a book and is an author, and she actually let me read it before she published a little bit of it.
Okay, and?
And I loved Loved it.
Okay.
I really did. It was almost like a Twilight series for me, but better.
But mermaids,
Yes.
right?
Really good. I read
So
it
we're
like
gonna
3
have her
years
on.
ago.
Okay.
Like she just published last week.
She's darling. It was good.
Okay, so let's read her book
Okay.
and then have
And
her
I'll
on.
see if I can keep up with it. If not, I'll just chat about it. I'll try and read some always.
Oh, are we allowed to use Audible?
Yes.
Okay.
Is she
I
on
have
We do
to.
a lot of Audible.
Okay. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Great.
Okay. So you are a pretty good hunter with Rhett.
Yes.
Like you can hold your own.
I could. I can.
What's been your favorite hunt as of today and why?
I've been on a few. Alaska bear hunting was pretty intense and pretty awesome because it was with him and it was just a cool trip. But I think the hunt that I'm most proud of is my elk hunt because we went there thinking that I could pretty much hunt just off the roads and we had found some bulls we had been looking at. I ended up the day of the hunt, they weren't there and we had a hike to 10,000 feet. And
wow.
I really had to push myself, like physically and mentally, to get up there. And then Rhett was with my other 2 kids coming up the mountain, and I was with kind of our guy that was helping us. And they were stuck down below, and I had to do it all myself. And it was that moment where I normally have Rhett with me, and I really had to okay, you know this is your gun. And the guy that was helping me is a bow hunter. So when I was like, oh my gosh, and he's like, I know nothing about your gun. You got this. Do it.
Oh.
So I had to dial in my scope and get ready and shoot it. And so
Isn't
it was
that
just
so
proud.
cool?
It was
That
just
is amazing.
It was a moment that I'm like, okay, you can do hard stuff. You got
love
this.
that story.
Yeah. Yep. So yeah.
And so is it on the wall mounted?
I don't let my husband hang anything in our home. In our first one, he had a cougar on the wall in our living room. Okay. But my elk horns
Oh, I love
are
it.
in the entryway.
Yeah, you walk right in the door and it's just
I did it European, so it looked classy, but yeah, they're there.
Oh, I love
For a
it.
minute.
I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, we are so glad to have you here.
Well, thanks, ladies.
You're
I
gonna
love
be a
you.
great
Thank
addition.
you.
We're going to have so much fun.
We are.
I need
Maybe
to give
too much fun.
A shout out to Kelly Nelson in our neighborhood because I think he watches Studio Chatter regularly. And every time you would be on as a guest co-host, he would find me and say, Stacy, you need to get Angie Murphy on there as a regular. So Kelly,
Thanks, Kelly.
if you're watching, this just made your day.
I love Kelly. He's a great hunter as well.
Yeah.
Here she is. She's landed. She's not going anywhere.
Thanks, ladies. Thank you. It's an honor.
It's going to be fun.
Yep.
Coming up next, we'll find out what it's like to be the Fiesta Days rodeo queen. Stay with us.